Hello everybody, welcome back to Order of Battle Morning Sun. I'm Paradox Gamer. It's time for turn 4. So we busted through this position, and as we can see we got some enemy infantry all around. So where do we want to strike? I think we'll strike at the heavy infantry. Got two of those. This one is not in range. This one is in range of one of them. So that will fire at that one. And then we'll continue to try and bust through that. I need to move the fighter though. Okay. Let's get the fighter down here, straight that one. That actually took a damage. So we can get another one. No, we're still alive. So bomb this guy. Keep bombing it. Like that. Takes it down to 3. And then I think it's good enough for the tank to move up and push it back. Actually, I don't want to push it back. Let's wait. I want to move some guys through. Who can get there? Nobody can actually. Just this one. Yeah, that's the only one that can do that. Alright, let's commit this tank then to finish him off. Right. I also want to finish off this one, so I'm gonna commit these guys for that job. And move up. So that's 2 down. And then we got these 3. So this one will have to get somehow out of the way. I'll just take it all the way back to here and replenish it back to 7. Then I want the flame tank up front. Take a good shot at the heavies. And then if I can follow up on that, I don't think I can. That's fine, that's fine. Let's see, we got 1, 2... How far can these guys go? How far can these guys go? We got plenty of guys, so let's follow it up anyway. I know I won't take them out. Unless these guys can go even further now. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna move the cavalry down. No, we're gonna move the infantry down. Take a shot there. Move these guys up here. Take a shot there. These are the inexperienced guys, but they're doing fine. Then we'll bring the cavalry into the town and move this one up. That's all for this turn. We can bait him with this. Just put it up here. A little closer. There we go. He might attack that one with the fighter. And then down here. I think I want to take out the AT gun because that's my biggest threat. First, let's take the plane and see what we got. Nothing around here, so that's a weaker position. Let's hit the AT gun twice with the artillery, and then move infantry up and take a good shot at it. Not enough to take it out, but good enough to weaken it so that I can move up with the flame tank without much damage, only 1 damage. Get those guys out of there, and then we can move. What about the infantry? 3 plus. 3 plus. 3 plus. Let's take the tank. Move it over there. and then take the other tank up, the T-26, to finish it off. And also move forward, because that enables us to bring the light tank through and take a shot at the artillery. Weaken that sufficiently to not be a big threat in the next turn. Then I think I'll just simply replenish these two guys and bring the cavalry up to here. And that's pretty much it. Chinese turn 4. Alright, the fighters attacking my bombers, giving me 3 damage, but taking 2 in return. That means my own fighters have a chance of actually taking it out in the next turn. And replenish down here. And then you are stuck. Bada bada bum bum bum. So far, no problems. I've taken both of the Yangtze River towns. Without much of a problem. And the northern position is a lot stronger than the southern one, so I am keeping my air force up there. And the combination of artillery and air force, plus combined arms, infantry and tanks, is a perfect combination. Okay, so they replenish the artillery and attack my T-26 with the infantry in the south. Takes a couple of damage. We still got 1,000 requisition points, so we are not gonna run out of points in this scenario here. We can keep everybody fully up to date, full strength. So that was in the south. Let's see what they got in the north. The fighters already attacked my bomber, and then we have the ground troops, consisting of a couple of infantry units, and then they've got the reserve units around. Okay, the infantry is retreating and replenishing. That's expected. The heavy infantry that was at 1 strength point actually goes forward and also replenishes to 3. And we have another fighter incoming from the west. So we now have 2 enemy fighters. Now you can't see that yet, but you'll see that in a second. So over the primary objectives, we've now taken the first one: defeat Yangtze River defenses. I still have no idea how to capture Chiang Kai-shek. Absolutely no idea. Alright, let's see if you guys can catch up in a second. That's really strange. What kind of calculation is going on right now? The turn is over. I'm watching the turn overview. I'm still using 100% CPU power. That's just weird. There you go. Alright, so we got the first: defeat Yangtze River defenses. The next one is secure northern airfields. Then we got the Chiang Kai-shek stuff that we have no idea what's gonna happen. And this is an enemy fighter. And we have the other enemy fighter up here. So let's stop by, see if we can take out that fighter completely. So move this guy up first. 3 damage, actually 4 damage. Then move this guy up. 2 damage, and then I need the last one to do 2 damage as well. We'll probably only do one, yeah. Ah, man. I have seen that before. Enemy fighter always ends up with 1 point, and it's probably within range of the enemy airfield. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. So what we have here are the 3 infantry units. The backup over here, as the reserve units, have not engaged. So I want to take out these units. I think. Yeah, this artillery cannot. It can only fire up here, that doesn't matter. So this artillery will fire on this one. Then move the infantry up to here and take a shot. I'll move this infantry up and finish it off. No! It's set 4 and only does 2 damage. That's okay, I can use the bombers for that then. So this guy will see, they always end up with 1 point. What's the deal with that? I'm not gonna complain, I'm just saying that's a bit weird. So 4 damage from the flame tank. And then we can move the cavalry up and finish off that guy. Nope. Really? Okay. Whatever. I'll just move up this tank. I'd like to get this tank up, but nope. Nope. I could give them 1 bomb each, but that'll expose my bombers for the enemy fighter. I don't really care about that. Yeah, let's bomb this guy. Gone. Let's bomb this guy. Gone. And where's the last one? It's hidden. I have a bomber somewhere that is gone. There it is. Alright, finish off that one. Alright, all 3 are gone. That means we can move up the tank. Hang on. Yeah, let's move up the tank to here. Move up this tank to here and replenish. Get the infantry up this way. Get this infantry across and replenish. And then move the artillery up this way. Bum bum bum. What do we got? Two T-26s and an L3. Let's bring it down here. Alright, so that was the north. Let's go down here. Okay. So here we have the artillery, and then we have 3 infantry units. My artillery here can only reach that artillery, so let's fire at it. This one can reach. Let's also fire at the artillery. Now, I want the flame tank to be of use. Unfortunately, that will only happen if I take out the artillery. So I'll use the light tank to take out the artillery and don't move forward. Then we can put the flame tank in that position. Blast a hole in the line. Exploit that hole with the tank. No, it doesn't go in there. Nobody does. This one does. Alright, move in here. Take another shot there. And then this tank can move up here and take a shot here. And then we got the infantry that can only move up. Cavalry can move down here, will only do 1 damage. Let's keep the pressure on them. Move some infantry down this way and some infantry in this way. And that's it. Chinese turn 5. Alright, they shoot at the cavalry in the river. No damage, and takes 4 themselves. The fighter will attack my bomber again. 3 damage and 2, same as last time. What about the other fighter? Thinking about it. Alright, down in the south they are replenishing the other 2 infantry. So far no reserve units have arrived. And that's it. That's the turn. Wow. Okay. Let's stay down in the south. So what we want to do here is we want to finish off these guys. So let's bomb this one for 2. Alright, they made it out. Oh, damn it. Okay, so what we do here is we'll bring down the flame tank, I guess, because that will do the most damage. That'll move those guys out of the way. They run quite far, don't they? Alright, let's bring the tank up this way. Attack down that way. Move up. Bring the other tank forward and take out the guys in the river. They got away. They really did. Okay. This artillery cannot move very far. Just come out to the road. And then I guess we'll head down this way. And let's see what we can find up this way. And then bring the light tank all the way up here. And the recon plane. Recon back this way. Nothing there. Up this way, nothing there. In the north. So there are no immediate enemy units, except for the planes. And I think what we'll do... we'll take the weakest plane and finish off that one. I will take the strong ones over here. So that will have 2 left. Now let's see what they got up here. Okay. Bring down that way. So, we got the fighters, we got the bombers left. I'd say let's go ahead and bomb these T-26s. Let's go ahead and bomb the T-26s. They are dug in, but that shouldn't matter too much. Actually, that matters quite a bit. Only 1 damage. Okay, let's move the tanks up then. How far can they go? They can go all the way up. You know what? Let's do it. Revealing Chinese infantry in the woods, but let's take the shot at the T-26. Move this guy up. Move this guy up. Bring the cavalry down this way. Move the infantry up as far as we can. Mind you, we have enemy units over here, so gotta be a little bit careful about that. Move this guy up this way, and then move the artillery forward. And that's it for the turn. Let's just hit the Chinese turn as well. The fighter returns to base. I don't blame it for that. That'll come back with 10 strength, so I might as well just get the fighters back. In the south, the enemy infantry is replenishing, you can see that. They still got very low organization though. In the north, infantry coming in on my cavalry. They had infantry in all the woods, hidden. Their tanks are moving around. And that's it. So let's put a break in here, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.